right, welcome back, guys. Today we're going to touch on the topic about... We're going with it! Welcome back, guys. Today we're touching on the topic of the World Health Organization declaring that gaming addiction is classified as a disorder now. And I have some opinions, and I'm sure Dutch has some opinions about this. But it's a new way for medical professionals to make an extra buck on declaring gaming as a disorder, a mental disorder, mind you. And my first take on it is, I'll just give you a little bit of my first take and then I'll let Dutch go, is gaming, I feel like gaming is, there's a lot of pros to gaming. You know, it helps hand-eye coordination, it helps relieve stress, it gets you away from reality for a while. It's almost like a mind-scaping drug, except it's not a drug. It doesn't affect you like physically. It just affects you mentally, which is why they're calling it a mental disorder. But I guess what I'm trying to say is it's an addiction, just like alcohol, cigarettes, heroin and stuff like that. Except I think it's more of a better outlet. Like if I were to take an alcohol addiction and switch it to gaming, I personally think that's a healthier choice. Now I understand if it's affecting your life, like. I'll let Dutch talk in any topics he wants about this because there's something I'm thinking in my mind right now. But if it affects your job, if it affects your relationships, anything like that, yes, it's an addiction that's too far. It's gone too far. It's affecting your life. But at the same time, I don't think it should be called a disorder. It's an addiction. That's like saying alcoholism is a mental disorder or smoking cigarettes is a mental disorder. It may be, but it's not classified. That's classified as an addiction. And those are my thoughts on it just starting off. So, Dutch, what do you think about this?
My first thought on this is, okay, if you have an actual addiction to video gaming, Godspeed. I wish you the best. I really do. However, I agree with you, and this should not be declared a mental disorder. I do not think that there's any reason why... Okay, so let's take somebody with a major addiction, say an addiction to a hard drug, who's trying to get over that. There are...
Wait, did you say a hard drug or a heart drug?
A hard drug.
Okay, I was going to say a heart condition is kind of serious.
A heart condition.
Okay,
if you have an addiction to a heart condition, you need to see a therapist.
Yes.
No, if you have an addiction to a hard drug, then there are places that you go. You go to a rehab clinic, you get funding, and there's medications that are allotted to you so that you can get over this addiction. Video games are not like that. Video games should not be treated like that. You do not need to be weaned off video games, number one. Number two, my big fear with the WHO, the World Health Organization, declaring this a mental disorder is that, like you said, there's going to be all these helps that are offered to people because they claim to have this addiction. And what exactly constitutes this addiction? And it does go, the article goes into some detail about what constitutes gaming addiction and so on and so forth, if it gets in the way of your life and all of that. Not everybody who plays video games a lot has an addiction to video games.
That is true.
Not everybody who plays video games for 17 hours a day has an addiction to video games.
This is true.
Do not make excuses as to why you can't. If you have an actual issue, then you have an actual issue. And like I said, I hope the best for you. If you're making excuses, stop. That's my opinion on it.
I'm totally with you. And just to elaborate on that topic a little bit, and so there's been certain games that have been released. I know a lot of you guys hate on Call of Duty, and I'm not taking it away. A lot of the Call of Duties were kind of garbage. But there are certain ones in my life that I really appreciate, like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and World War II. Now, the only reason I'm bringing this up is for one certain circumstance. The release of Modern Warfare 3 and Ghost, which Ghost was a mistake, if you ask me. But the release of Modern Warfare 3 and Ghost, I actually called off the next day from work because I anticipated playing it all day.
Sure.
And I wouldn't say that's a mental disorder or I'm addicted to it. It was just something, it's kind of like calling off for your birthday because it was like a special event for me. It was something I was really looking forward to. And I wouldn't consider that a mental disorder and addiction because it did affect my life because I wanted to play a video game, but it also didn't destroy my life. I didn't put my entire time and effort to it all the time. It was just a one-time deal. However, the one good part, and this is what I'm going to leave on, the one good part about this being a mental disorder that is seen by the World Health Organization is now I have the ability to get some handicap license plates. Because you know what? I'm tired of walking all the way across the parking lot.
It's a long walk.
It is a long walk.
I have a bad knee and gamer's thumbs.
Yeah. And I get to drive those little carts around the store.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that is pretty sweet. But all right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.